Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world right now. Don't know why I went down in tone then. Maybe it's just the violins in the background, I'm not sure. But welcome to the 482nd episode of the world famous Hospital Podcast. With myself, Degs. And we have King George, an executive producer, Chima in the background. And I'm going to have to get both of them on camera. Maybe not this episode, but at some point. I know everyone has been asking about who is behind the scenes. And it isn't just me. I'm not an octopus. I have only got 2 arms. Where's this going? George is thinking. Yeah, it's really good to see you guys this time. Last time out 2 weeks ago, we of course had the mercurial, amazing, legendary Mr. Tony Coleman, a London Electricity, talking about his $1 billion Gravy remix project. And as you can hear, we've got a beautiful orchestral intro from one of my favourite tunes on Hospital Record. This is Spy, What the Future Holds, featuring Ian Shaw. So yeah, I want to say hello to everyone in the chat. Jez Armstrong, Hyper Eagle, The Driller, Eric Lavery, George Marsh, My Spice, Catalina Eldorado Harrison. How you doing, babes? What's for dinner? Is that a weird thing to ask on a podcast? I don't know. George said yeah. Big up Frankie, big up Christopher Ledwidge, Addy Marshall, William, When You Know. Jar Headpiece Banger says, yo, big man Degs. I know we have never met, but I've missed you, bro. I've missed you too, my friend. And miss my family in this chat. Big ups, my people. Okay, the chat is back. Come on, people. Let's get people. Share it. Spread it around. Let's go.
Even when you're far away, when I try to reach you all day, even in the darkest night, when I'm blinded by your light, I can feel you everywhere.
Big up the Cambridge, Massachusetts gang. Hope to see you guys at some point. Maybe next year now. Right, let's go. Spy, What the Future Holds, featuring Ian Shaw. 482, your time. So yeah, this genuinely is one of my favourite ever tunes on Hospital Records. I actually remember the first time I ever heard this. I hope my mum isn't listening, but I was smoking a joint in my mum's garden. And I remember just listening to the intro, which is, God, I don't know, a good 2.5 minutes long. And thinking to myself, this is an amazing piece of music. Carlos Spy, you are an absolute genius, my friend. And of course, please check out the rest of the LP. It is special. See, I thought I'd start off with a couple of summertime classics, right? Because we have to. Executive producer looking at me and say, yes, it's time, let's go. So, of course, this amazing piece of music is Chase and Status featuring the amazing Jenna G, and this is In Love. So I want to give a massive shout out to people in the chat. Big up George Marsh. Big up Freshly Baked Kish. Big up Bobby Dines. Big up Leanne as well. George says as if Spy is Brazilian. Where do you think he gets the flavour from, man?
Try to explain. I know it's complicated.
And yeah, big up all my Glastonbury crew. A bunch of the hospitality guys and girls went down today. whilst the three of us are stuck in this hot southeast London studio. But look, we're happy, right? We've got our Peroni. Let's go. Wow, we got some great messages in the chat already. Susan McConnell says, Pesky Estonko, Estate Mulkvet Punax. I'm sure that is an indigenous language of some sort. But much love and respect from the Muskogee Nation Reservation in northeastern Oklahoma. Wow, was not expecting a message like that. Love from the native, Nugstress, and Alien Girl. Love to you, Susan. Love to all the gang on the reservation. Bobcat asks, yo, where's Tony, bro? Good question. Unfortunately, I do not have a GPS device to find him, but I do believe he is either on his way or he is at the world famous Glastonbury, where he will be performing multiple sets. So go check out his Instagram at London Elect to find out where he's playing. Yeah, big up the Coventry gang inside. So yes, about Glastonbury on Saturday, I will be performing with Mr. Tony Coleman himself on the Saturday. And just before that, actually, I will also be performing with the world-class DJ Lens.
Here we are again. I know I shouldn't give in, but I crave the feeling of you giving it back to me. Makes me want you more. Know that this is wrong, but I'm still in love. I'm in love with you, baby. I'm in love. I'm in love with your honey.
Right, we got some Makoto coming up next. So yeah, Leanne is asking me a couple of times, hello, where is Chris Goss, Degs? I have absolutely no idea. I'm not gonna lie, he could be underneath the table. Let me just check. Chris? I thought he was under the table, but actually I think he might just be at his house or something, I don't know, maybe having a bit. Maybe he's locked into the podcast. So Chris, if you are locked in, how's it going? Susan McConnell says, can't wait for a Texas tour date. Soon come, soon come. And yeah, thank you for your your appreciation of my indigenous language pronunciation. Leanne, you are my favorite. You are absolutely my favorite. And yeah, to the Florida gang, I will be back in Orlando on the 20th of August this year. I'll actually be driving. I'm not going to drive to Orlando. I'm going to be flying directly from an after party at Hospitality in Ken in the Woods. So yeah, you'll see me. So someone just asked. Someone said I might have to drive to Orlando. I wouldn't recommend it. Not from Southeast London anyway. So the driller asked, where does Degs go for a vacation? I've actually just flown back from the amazing Kefalonia in a small port town called Fiscado, kind of for a vacation, but actually my little brother just got married. So congratulations to Murayuki. There we go. Give me some claps in the chat. Big up Nairobi gang as well. Good to see you. Karibu sana, which by the way means welcome. Nat Macon asks, you still coming to Russia this summer, Degs? I think with the current situation that is quite unlikely. However, I hope when things calm back down on both sides, I can visit both countries again. So yeah, this amazing piece of music that you can hear right now. It's by the incredible Polar and Bryson, and this track is called Floodgates. I thought I would kick the podcast off basically with playing some summery kind of liquidy vibes. D1210 says, say hi to MC for arranging my SoundCloud album, The Best Friend Anyone Could Hope to Have. Anyone that helps you with music is a good friend, put it that way. Shelf Life will be coming next episode. I'm going to switch things up a little bit sonically. Enai Jakes.
Can't do me, yeah, I'm blessed. No need to have to impress. I'm striped up, effect. Live life that I wreck. Head, body, neck. It's set me up, reflex. Rep, earn your respect. Or do that 1, 2 step. Move over, reflex. We cope the whole decks. We just like T-Rex. We base up reflex. This one's good like sex. Special out in the flex. Omega and the apex. I keep the people in check.
So yeah, welcome to the 482nd episode of the world famous Hospital Podcast. Right, let's switch it up. So the driller asks, I wonder who the special guest will be for the 500th episode. Big up Loa, just played one of your tunes right at the start. One of my favourites, Fat Man to Batman. So yeah, like I was going to just respond to the driller. He said, I wonder who the special guest will be for the 500th episode. So people in the chat, what I want you guys to do to give us like maybe some ideas or just, you know, you're not helping us. Well, actually you are helping us not be lazy. Who would you like to see for the 500th episode of the Hospital Podcast? Bear in mind, we've recently had Mr. Tony Coleman, and I know he's going to be someone that people are going to want to see again. But yeah, think about the roster, and any suggestions, we will certainly take them on board. So yeah, this excellent piece of music that you can hear right here is by an incredibly talented DJ, producer, and an amazing individual, DJ Kairos. Absolutely smashing it, has been smashing it for several years now. Probably one of the most underrated artists I know. So I'm going to read some of these comments in terms of recommendations for the 500th episode. We've got Makoto. Adam says Link. That's not a bad idea. A little bit, a bit of nepotism, just kind of inviting myself on my own podcast. But Adam, I appreciate you, my friend. George Mars says, imagine Caliber or Perez. I'll tell you a little story about Caliber, which is quite embarrassing. Should we do this now? Should we just gonna do it? All right, we'll do it. So it was Sun and Bass 2019, and I'd never met Caliber before. I was a massive fan of his, and I saw him and what I imagine are members of his family sitting on a table opposite me. And obviously I tried to give him like the eyes, like the kind of, I want to say hello, but he was like, who the hell is this random brown guy? Like, constantly laughing, like doing this. And then in the end, I mustered up the courage after a couple of beers to go up to him. And I think I said something along the lines of, hi everyone, I'm DJ Degs, really nice to meet you. And I was like, yeah, just embarrassed myself in front of Caliber. So yeah, if he's watching, which he probably isn't, I promise you I'll be a little bit more calmer this time. We've got Mephius. That is a great shout, actually. Big fan of Martin Mephius. DJ Spy, Danny Bird, High Contrast or New Tone. Get everyone in for a giant back-to-back. How much space is in here? Yeah, we can do that. As long as they don't mind getting on my shoulders. Winslow. That would be an amazing addition. My Answer for Everything by Jaron95 is Metric. Scott Connolly, latest female member, who I believe is Anais. Do the 500 live in a club with a nice setup of DJs. That is a good suggestion.
Gingerbread man, see if you can catch me, try and catch me if you can. Them can't keep up, said they can't understand. When we switch the trip, try they can make on what speed. Them boy too slow, them can't keep up with me. Them boy them slow like a damn centipede. They nine on me level, they nine on me league. Saga down too, and the boy test leave them black and blue. You don't know what's what, so they know who's who. Try to disrespect me, boy, you get slew. Take my advice, said you better just cool. Don't get me mad, don't make me draw for the tool. 10 out of 10 guarantees that you will lose. Leave them parasites better than Zaga Daga Dang Dang.
We got some suggestions for Wade's Unglued and Whiny. I mean, that would be a back-to-back I'd pay 20 quid for, to be fair. Wow. Degs Forza Horizon 5, Hospital Radio, Hospital Records, mate. That's not a bad shout as well. Yeah, big up George, man, for recognising the insane skills of Kairos. She is absolutely sick. An awesome person as well. Eric says, why do we have to choose? Let's just bring on every single Hospital Records artist. It's not a bad idea. Big up my good friend and technical genius, Dave Waghorn, in the chat right now. What's good, my brother? So talking of Waze, I'm just about to cue up a Waze tune. To everyone that's drinking beer at home, I salute you. I salute our executive producer as well, and of course King George.
There's no chinking on me armor, them no want no drama. Swim with the big fish, but you like piranha. Flows them heavy, yo, them burn like lava. Brushing the boy with silver bonnet.
The driller says, I want a Degs and Flowdown track ASAP. I'll drop him a message, why not? That sounds fun. Pick up Waze's school friend.
Another one just bite the dust, 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 bite the dust.
Yeah, so Chris Skelton actually does say, didn't Tony used to do live podcasts from hospitality events? And that is very true. That is something we can certainly look into. Right, I'm going to play something really old right now. And this one's for my good friend Dave Waghorn, who will know exactly what this is, as he is an encyclopedia of D&B music. So yeah, just to answer your kind of query or question, there is absolutely a good chance of us doing a live hospital podcast. If we did a live hospital podcast, for example, in a venue somewhere in London, would you come? Would you come to throw tomatoes at me? Would you come to dance with me? What kind of things would you do? Let me know. I don't know if I should really open up the chat to that, but we've made this. That's it. I'm dying on this hill now, man. Let's go. If you know the name of this tune, I want to hear it. Oh, Syphoon got there already. So yeah, this tune right here that you can hear is of course The 9 by the legendary Bad Company UK. Mr. Buzzin said he'd 100% be there. I'm glad. Yeah, this is an absolute classic tune. Leanne Whitlam asks, have you visited Chris Harris, Degs? I don't actually know who that is. Who's... No, you're gonna have to let me know who that is, I'm afraid, sorry. Right, I'm gonna play something really old once again. Something to change things up very slightly. First person to get this one wins a high five. Of course, this is Body Rock by Shimon and Andy C. Man, I love this era of D&B music. Too good. Right, another classic. Someone's got to know this one, surely. So yeah, big up the Oklahoma gang, to everyone joining us right now. You are locked in to the 482nd episode of The Hospital Podcast with myself, Degs, with my amazing executive producers, and of course, you amazing people. Let's do this! Very close, Dave, but not quite. See this track, Zen Hovercraft. Yeah, man. Honestly, this track is an absolute personal favourite of mine and of my good friend David Waghorn too. This is Ram Trilogy, Gridlock, but it's the Break remix. Right, there could not be a hospital podcast without blasting a classic artist from the roster. Mr. Netsky, Mr. Boris, the better Boris, not the Johnson. Who remembers this one, man? Big up Leanne, I'm going to say hello to people in the chat. Big up Forrest, big up B, Carmona, big up Gav, big up Melissa, of course, my good friend. American Portions tour coming soon. The Driller, Dave, Stigma NYC, DJ Lapidar. Let's do this. Big salute for us, man. And then switching it into some hybrid minds.
Hey, yo, what have you done? It's Saturday, so
And I know I don't like talking over the vocal, but this is favourite song, Hybrid Minds and Dan Fable. Just wanted to say it as well to everyone in the chat. I do see all your messages. I really do appreciate them all. All your support really does mean a lot to me, to everyone that I get to meet in real life as well. Trust me, you are more than welcome to come and say hello to me whenever you see me at a gig. And even if you see me shopping, I don't care. Just come say hi, fist bump. And yeah, it's all love, man.
You're looking for a spare cigarette or a fight. The night goes on. Been out for way too long. Faded. Curfew's been and gone. But they're playing your favorite song. Yo, what's the matter with him? He seems sad with the big bad battle within. I know he's smiling, rugged when he's vibing. Look a little deeper, there's something up inside him. You stayed there, all on your own. Faceless girls, you're taking a moment as you're leaving. Man, I'll break your teeth in. Just another night when you're broken and bleeding. Those 20 sterling won't last you all night. You're lost inside that smoking area, looking for the next bitch with a bag of white. The night goes on. Been out for way too long. Faded. Curfew's been and gone. But they play your favorite song.
Hey, yeah, man, my hair's growing. It's growing. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, my hair just grows really quickly. I don't know why. I want to give a massive shout out to everyone from Toronto. I see Toronto in the chat right now. Stand up, party people. George Mars asked me, are you going to Boomtown this year? Supposed to keep that hush hush, but obviously I love you guys so much. Yes, I will be there. We got Peter who says, hello Degs, thank you for playing my favourite music. Well, thank you for joining us on the podcast, my friend. It really does mean a lot. Leanne says, do you want to play Forza Horizon 5 when we meet? I mean, if you can bring an Xbox to the rave, then I would be impressed. Eric says, is Hamilton close enough? Yes, I will be in Canada, I believe in early September. I just need to confirm the date, and I also need to confirm, obviously, the timings and who I'm playing with, etc., etc. So yeah, this beautiful piece of music that you can hear right now is by one of my favourite people and favourite artists. It's by Etherwood, and it's called Heterize. So I'm just going to bring this down real quick. It's not quite the Degs exclusive, but this is a really, really special piece of music. I'm just going to sip the beer. God, brownie's delicious. Leanne says, I've got an Xbox. I got it on Christmas. So I mean, if you bring it to the rave, I will play it with you 100%. So I hope you guys are all well, wherever you are locking on from around the world. We are very, very lucky on this podcast that we have basically listeners and viewers from all around the world. So big up everyone, whether you're catching it live on YouTube, whether you catch it after the fact on YouTube, whether you catch it on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever. Yeah, I really, really appreciate your support. We all really appreciate your support. So what I want to do right now is the latest signing on Hospital Records has been absolutely smashing it. This tune isn't actually out on Hospital, but it just proves her versatility as an artist. And this is by Anais and Sudley featuring Flowdown, sorry. And this track is called Wicked. And trust me, it's a wicked tune. It's a bit of a 140 to 175 switch up. So I'm really looking forward to playing this. I'm really looking forward to actually playing with Woody again. I had the great opportunity of playing. In fact, I believe at Boomtown I'll be playing with Woody because he genuinely is one of the gentlest, kindest souls there is out there. Deserves all the love and respect in the world because he really is a stand-up dude. So, yeah, do you want to just fucking put some love hearts in the chat for Effortwood? And then what I'll do is I'll clip it up and I'll send him some love. So, yeah, this track, Sudley, Anais, Flowdown. It's called Wicked.
Yo.
And yeah, man, the driller says, Flowdown is everywhere. I wish I miss Roll Deep. I miss 2000s UK grime, I'm not going to lie. In fact, you've just reminded me that from now on, I'm going to start bringing a lot more UK grime into the podcast. Why not?
Yeah. Legit when I spit, outside on the front line so it's lit. Big spliff never stay far from my lip, and when I'm drinking the Mac, then my race got a kick. It's mad like that, wild like this, spend shell full of stack, yeah, full of shit. They never had a song that bangs or a tune stick. My thing's automatic when I roll up fast, roll up quick. Good Cali weed and the whole place stick. A lot of them said they got smoke for them, and I checked the replay, it was a joke, not a diss. I roll up fast, roll up quick. Good Cali weed, so you know my split. None of them are gonna try this the program, but you know.
Yeah, big up Yali.
Automatic, yeah, automatic when we roll out. On job, so you know we never sold out. Outside, even when it said lockdown. Where the code is, even though it's hot now. Yes, been show from sun up to sundown. Head struck, I win, I waste one round. Coming a system, killer from my hometown. I stay gassed up, you never see me break down. Kill him with it, kill him with it. You know, sound different with it. Kill him with it, kill him with it. Wicked with it, kill him with it, kill him with it. Yeah, automatic, kill him with it, kill him with it. Level.
Right, switch up business. Yeah, big up Jacoby, my man. All right, let's do this.
Yeah, what? Might put another one spot. Rise up, some man. Get them up. Stand up in a bomb, it won't stop. None of them really kick or drop. But you know my size, I'm playing a truck. I'm put it on a net. I'm put it on lock. I'm gonna take them from the head and block them dead. Yeah, put it back, stretch up. Another bit doing it, stretch up. Another one down, surface and ground. When it's down, bang the mirror. Another head bang up, I'm the dan that up. Wait for the rain, wait for the blood up. Go and take
Only give you action every day.
We're gonna have some fun now. Time for an absolute classic. You'll know this. Who knows this tune, man? Who knows this tune? I know every single person knows this tune. Let's roll. one's for King George. Yeah, we got Anthony says, I've seen your podcast with Chris Goss, Degs. I loved it. I am a fan. Anthony, I'm also your fan. We're just all fans of each other at the end of the day. I think that's kind of how it works, right? It's all love out here. Welcome to the 482nd episode of the Hospital Podcast. Okay, time for some classic Netsky. Unbelievable piece of music, this. Back into the liquid vibes. 482, you know we play everything from the spectrum of drum and bass. I'm so proud of this music. Big up everyone that can't drink beer in the morning at work. Your time. So yeah, I know that we've got some tune requests in the chat. As I've got I've got some new music I need to play a little bit later, and my amazing executive producers also have homes. They don't live here. I wish they did though, because that's how passionate I am about this music, and they are too. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through all of these recommendations, and I'm gonna make sure that I stick them in either the next podcast or the one after that. So you are more than welcome to recommend any tunes in the chat. Noel Montoya says, shall crack me one open when I get home from work. Yeah, boy. Yeah, I love this tune, man. Big up Netsky.
If you
Yeah, yeah.
Just ain't you. It takes two to love.
Okay. Amazing stuff. Suddenly, Dr. Ivy, Cure. And this is a Doctor single. It's called Love. Just like there is all love in the chat room today. And because there's so many Americans in the chat, it's always a pleasure to see my over the Atlantic cousins. I'm gonna play something from one of your own. This track is called Inheritance. Just like you inherited America from us. It's by Justin Hawkes. That was a terrible joke. 482, let's do this. Andy Garcia says, isn't he Canadian? I absolutely promise you he's not. Artist formerly known as Flight. Mr. Justin Hawkes, you are a legend, my friend. Might be time to switch it up once again. What do you reckon? It's time.
Watch this.
Yeah, big up Texas's own Justin Hawkes.
You never know the gangster, me say them in a jungle. You never know the article, me say them in a jungle. You never know shy effects, man, big in a jungle. You never know you Apache, rule the jungle. Who the hell boy, what you know, man? Me and the nutter, original, mad, original, original, mad, original, me and the nutter, never done the bad work, all the dark fear. Lock off the dead when you call Skywalker. In a one school, the car, the trouble maker. Better than the predator and the trouble nature. Better than the garden and the dandada. So who try your thing? You ain't quite butter. I tell you try your fix man, not a throw the border. Give it, put it on one, the ball. And in the way, stick it on, no. And in the way, stick it on, no. And in the way, stick it on, no. Yeah. No. Bad boys in a London, herd boys in a England, bad boys in a Jamaica, herd boys in a Kingston. Watch out, you never know the gangster, me say them in a jungle. You never know the article, me say them in a jungle. You never know shy effects, man, big in a jungle. You never know you Apache, big in a jungle. What the hell, boy, what you know, man? Me and the nutter, original, nutter, original, nutter, original, nutter, original, me and the nutter, never done the bad work, all the dark fear. Lock off the dead when you call Skywalker. In a one school, the car, the trouble maker.
That deserves a reload. That just deserves a reload. Wow. Bass Tripper, my man. Oh, mate, you're killing it right now, man. I love your style of jump up. You are smashing it. So yeah, this track right here, do you know what? I've reloaded it all the way back to Inheritance. That's how much, that's how crazy the reload went. So yeah, this track that you can hear, it should be, anyway, that's what happens. It's called technical difficulties, and it happens from time to time. There we go. So now ask the questions in the comments. So yeah, this track is called Ricochet by Bass Tripper. Leanne asked me, Degs, how long is this stream, mate? Good idea. Maybe we might go for another half an hour. We might go for another 40 minutes. I'm not sure yet. Andy says, Bass Tripper, he makes the best frog noises. He certainly does. Craig David, reload it. Right, Camo and Crooked and Mephius coming up. So yeah, like I mentioned a few minutes ago, for those who are just joining us, welcome to the 482nd episode of the Hospital Podcast. Really, really grateful to be able to do this podcast with you guys. I really appreciate all the support in the chat. We got Powell, who's got the beer emojis up. I'll drink to that, my friend. That's an amazing piece of music right there. Camo and Crooked, Mephius, and the track is called You. So yeah, basically, to everyone that's requesting tunes, I really appreciate the fact that you're requesting tunes. Obviously, we're on a bit of a tight schedule. It was London Electricity's $1 Billion Gravy remix album project last week, so I have a bunch of music that I need to play, and artists that I really want to support. However, I am looking at every single one of these requests, like Metric, Dawnbreaker, like Hoogs. Hoogs is a legend, right? New York? I think he's New York. Jump Up legend, man. So yeah, the reason why I'm rabbiting on, sometimes I get lost in my train of thought, and I'm so glad you guys are sticking with me whilst I do that, is I got some new music sent to me by one of my biggest inspirations, Mampy Swift. And this track is called Predator. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to let this little second drop roll out because it's so sick. All right, let's do this. Big up Grady, my friend. Now this is from a legend of drum and bass music, Hackney's finest, an incredible footballer as well. I haven't played football with him for a little while now, but Mampy is an absolute legend. Someone that's given me the best advice in D&B. This is called Predator.
There's a jungle. Just came alive and took them.
I can't help it. I can't help it. Mampy Swift. I know he never watches these podcasts, but the reason why I wanted to just embellish the point I made earlier, this guy has given me some of the best advice in terms of keeping your feet on the ground, making sure you always do the best for yourself, and also just trying to stay away from partying too much, which is, in my case, a work in progress. I'm trying my best. But this is absolutely world exclusive. I don't know if this has been played on any other podcast or any other radio station. I'm very, very lucky that he is a very good friend of mine, not only an inspiration, but he's a top guy as well. This track is called Predator, and it is by the legendary Mampy Swift. To the younger people in the chat, welcome. I hope you go and discover a few more of his tunes. They're so crunchy, they're so gritty, they've got lots of soul as well. And to the older guys like me and the rest of us, this is our bread and butter, right? Big introduction. 482, let's do this.
There's a jungle. Just came alive and took them.
Today I'm drinking Peroni, for those that are asking. I'm telling you, Mampy Swift, not only has he still got it, but he keeps elevating and still doing his thing, man.
This is a jungle.
Yeah, big up Brazil. This track right here is Mampy Swift Predator. I don't believe it's out yet. Someone asked me, CN, when you say big up RH, it basically means the postcode of the town that I grew up in Horsham Town, is RH.
You're crazy!
I hope that answers your question, my friend. I know, I wish it was a more elaborate story, but there we go. I tell you what, this breakdown is hard to mix. It's hard to mix. tune. Right, DJ Zinc, super sharp shooter. God, that's a tongue twister. Super sharp shooter, but this is the T.I. and D Mines running the jungle mix.
The U, the P, the E, the R, the S, the H, the A, the R, the P, the S, the H, the O, the T, the E, the R, super sharp. The S, the U, the P, the E, the R, the S, the H, the A, the R, the P, the S, the H, the O, the T, the E, the R, super sharp jacket. I'm the fucking man who the match it. Blazing the stuff that ain't blazing, the stuff that ain't jacket. I'm the fucking man who the match it. Blazing the stuff that.
Right, big 2023 flip on this one. Big up T.I., big up D Mines. Damn, this is a good tune. Damn.
Super sharp shooter, shooting super, super. Super sharp. Jacket, I'm the fucking super sharp. Jacket, I'm the fucking super.
The S, the H, the A, the R, the P.
Super shots. Super sharp shooter, shooting super, super, super sharp. Super sharp.
Yeah, big up Austria, man. Austria, one of my favorite countries on the planet. If you've never been to Austria, I would seriously check it out. Right, George.
Super sharp shooter, shooting super.
It's getting towards that time.
Shots.
The S, the H, the A, the R, the P.
Check it. I'm the fucking man who the.
Okay. Hospital Podcast 482 with myself, Degs. We've got King George back behind the wheels. And we're working hard in the studio, right, us three. We're working very hard. So the reason why I brought this down is because I've got something new to play. But before that, I think it's time for a little cutscene that we all know and love. Ladies and gentlemen, all the people around the world, it is time for
The Degs exclusive.
That's right. So we got some new music from myself, brand new music, and it is in collaboration with someone that I've played a lot on this podcast, and someone that I really, really rate as an artist, as a human being, someone that is very much in touch with his cultural side and his ethnicity when it comes to making music and performing and expressing himself, which is the reason why I respect him so much. And I'm very, very lucky to finally, after playing, 6 or 7 tunes on the podcast this year, I finally made a piece of music with him. That, of course, is Kim In Law. And before we play this track, it's called Rafiki, which is Swahili for friend. The reason why it is in Swahili is that one half of his family is from the Congo and one half of my family is from Kenya. Slightly different ends of Africa. I'm looking in this camera, George, right? That's correct. I can see myself in the background. I don't know what's going on. And basically, the language is a Bantu language, which is like the kind of the family of languages. So we got together a couple of years ago now at Knox, maybe last year actually, and we were speaking about making a tune, but one that is like kind of cultural. And I'm actually going to let him explain it because he sent us a little video message just explaining a few things about the tune, which we're going to roll now. Let's do this.
Super excited for Rafiki, the new single by Degs and I, forthcoming on my label, Plus 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 Music. Next week, Friday, June 30th. And yeah, basically it's been about, I think the thing that we really clicked on was our heritage, and how Degs and I both discovered that we're both of Bantu heritage, so we actually share the language of Swahili, and it's been always a huge part of what I do, is trying to implement my ancestral culture, and yeah, I think they worked out pretty good on this one. We had lots of fun doing it, and yeah, I think we really emphasized on trying to use the Swahili language to convey all the emotional and cultural aspects that our cultures share and that unite us. And I think, at least to me, I guess it could be the first drum and bass track with Swahili vocals in. So basically Rafiki is Swahili, and it means friend. And yeah, the lyrics are about a long-term friend who gives advice. It's about like union, it's about that love and appreciation for good advice and brotherhood and family and so many aspects. And in this case, for the artwork, hence I painted the artwork you're going to see. Half of it is my face with the tribal markings of my tribe, so the other half is Degs's. And so I'm of the Democratic Republic of Congo, of the Luba Shaba tribe, the Luba Shaba people. And Degs's tribe is the Kikuyu tribe of Kenya. And we just thought that it would be a nice touch or a nice image, putting those two cultures next to each other and kind of combining that, the umoja feel, that feel of union and brotherhood. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and blessings. Bye-bye.
Yeah, big up Nico, Kim Yun Law. Can we give some claps or something, some love hearts in the chat? This is a really special piece of music for me personally. I regard Nico as a good friend. I regard him as someone that has lived a very similar kind of upbringing to me, being mixed race, being both proud, in his case, the Austrian and the Bantu side of his family. In my case, obviously, the English and the Bantu side, or the Kenyan side. And, you know, kind of being mixed race in a way, it's an interesting thing because you're kind of half of one, half of the other. Some people think of you as one thing, some people think of you as the other. But this is a piece of music which basically, like Nico mentioned, is about a friend giving you some good advice, giving you some good wisdom, and kind of almost in a way taking you down a peg or two. And this track is basically about that gratitude. So this is Kim Yun Law and Degs, and this is called Rafiki. Yeah. Never the ego. Never the ego. You accepted all my weaknesses when so many pretend. Asante, Rafiki, Yangu, oh no, I'll see you again. Hope the wash out was blessings on you for everything you spread. Educate the heart, never the ego. Accepted all my weaknesses when so many pretend. Asante, Rafiki, Yangu, I know I'll see you again. Hope the wash out was blessings on you for everything you spread. Educate the heart, never the ego. Yeah, aimless and I'm falling. I run out of juice, I'm stalling. Living a line, no importance. Weren't lacking in effort, just found everything boring. Angry that I never switched it up and never found the pain so rewarding. I run out of them options, don't wanna lose the game with no hope. When a man is defeated, feels like everyone is on smoke. I'm not here trying to preach, was leaning up on them ropes. Yeah, you helped me find another scope. You accepted all my weaknesses when so many pretend. Asante, Rafiki, Yangu, oh no, I'll see you again. Hope the washout was blessings on you for everything you spread. Educate the heart, never the ego. Accepted all my weaknesses when so many pretend. Asante, Rafiki, Yangu, I know I'll see you again. Hope the washout was blessings on you for everything you spread. Educate the heart, never the ego. Yeah, man, big up Kim Yun Law one more time. Asante, Rafiki, Yangu literally just means thank you very much, my friend. And it's just about showing love, showing gratitude. Sometimes in this crazy life, it's difficult just to stop and just remember how lucky we all are, no matter where we are. If we're living, breathing, got food on the table, let's do this.
Wewe ni rafiki wa kweli kabisa. Never take for granted the wisdom from teacher. Taking in that knowledge for every procedure. See the cretins in the way, take them all to the cleaners. Yeah, stop acting out when you're hurting. Don't wanna make the plunge when uncertain. Doubling down, it never starts working. No, cause it's not a fall from grace. It's having something left and force the brace. You accepted all my weaknesses when so many pretend. Asante, Rafiki, and Guru, now I see you again. Hope the wash out was blessings on you for everything you spread. Educate the heart, never the ego. Accepted all my weaknesses when so many pretend. Asante, Rafiki, and Guru, I know I see you again. Hope the wash out was blessings on you for everything you spread. Educate the heart, never the ego.
And that's what it's about. Never the ego. Yeah. Don't let it get to your head, man.
Never the ego. Never the ego.
So yeah, Kimya Law, Degs, Rafiki, a track about an old friend. It comes out on the 30th of June, which is this Friday? Yeah, it is. Wait, is it? George, help. No, it's actually next Friday. Pete says, Degs, you are a crazy dude, but your music is... I mean, I don't know about the second part, but the first part I can definitely get on board with. But yeah, thank you to everyone in the chat. So yeah, that tune is out on Nico, Kimya Law's label, Plus Music. It's an independent label. It's a label that he set up very, very recently within the last couple of years. So please, if you can, go and support it. You'll be supporting him. He's gone off and done his own thing on his own. So I feel really, really honoured and privileged to be a part of that in some small way and to be able to help support him and hopefully grow that label as well. Yeah, big up Pete, man. Big up the Driller as well. So I'm going to go down into a little bit of a jungle thing. Recently, I've been loving everything that's coming out on Rupture. And there's one artist in particular I've been listening to quite a lot called Law. And I'll be honest, I don't know if it's a he, a she, or another denomination. But whoever they are, you're sick, and I'm going to play one of your tunes. It's called 7 Miles. Big up the Cornish Massive. Big up the Portsmouth Massive. Big up Anthony, man. Anthony, Leanne. Yeah. No, big up yourself, my friend. Big love. So yeah, we are actually coming towards the end of the podcast. Have you guys enjoyed it? We will be back live in 2 weeks' time. Is that correct, George? Or we've got a pre-record? We should know these things, but there we go. My manipulation says pick up the Brizzle Massive. Big up Mikhail. Absolute legend, man. Pick up yourself, bro. Honestly, it's my pleasure. Thank you for locking in, locking on. I will say hi to Tony, and I appreciate the support on the last tune. So George has just informed me the next one is a pre-record, but after that, we'll be back. Seriously, you need to check this person out. Big up Law, big up Rupture. Massive shout out to Sophie. Big up Corpse Looter. Damn, that's heavy, man. Corpse Looter, Jesus. Big up John, Bristol Gang. And big up Jaron95. I appreciate you, my friend. Yes, John, I'm very excited about Liquidity. The Netherlands is one of my favorite countries in the world. So I'll be seeing you there soon, my friend. As you've noticed, if you've just locked in, this is the 482nd episode of the Hospital Podcast. And I guess it's Jungle Hour, right? Oh, Scott, you've spoken too soon. I got a couple more tunes for you, my friend. I can't read the script, but big up yourself, big up yourself for the comments on my hair. I appreciate it. It's getting quite big now. Even George is like, you look like a broccoli, bro. So, thanks, George. I don't care. It deserves a reload. This podcast is going to go on for ages, isn't it? Oh, George is like, let me go home. Chima's already disappeared. I know where she's gone. By the way, we have a new executive producer called Chima. That is Chima. Is that right? So everyone in the chat, do you mind just like saying hello to Chima? Because she is a legend. She's joined the family very, very recently and has done an excellent job on the 2 podcasts. This is her second one, I believe, George. Is that right? It's the second one that she's done. Yeah, mate, she's an absolute legend. She's really fun as well, which is what it's all about. The reason why I wanted to pull this back is this is one of my favourite tunes of all times. And this is, I'm not saying that Ram don't put out great tunes now. They put out some fantastic tunes now, but this, to me, was an era that they were just killing it, man, killing it. And this is Origin Unknown, Truly One. I love all the love for Chima in the chat. Didn't realise broccolis could bust fire tunes. Neither did I, to be fair. Hey, Karma Police says, hey, hello from Ukraine. Sending love and solidarity to my brothers and sisters in Ukraine at the moment. And wherever you are in the world, I really appreciate all of you. Right. And in fact, Karma Police says, DJ, where is the music? So, with that being said, Origin Unknown, Truly One. honestly, I don't even know what to do with myself when I'm listening to this tune. So yeah, once again, just to remind you of the track name, this is an absolute classic. Origin Unknown is the artist, and it's called Truly One. Big up Andy Passion. The Driller says, this is what the aliens listen to whilst traveling the galaxies. Yeah, man, I can definitely envisage that. Yeah, big up Scott Colony. You know what you're talking about, my friend. My God. What a classic. Birdie says, big ups Degs. Always a pleasure listening to this in the sun with a friend, enjoying a spliff. Can we get a shout out? Well, Birdie and your friend. All friends. Big love and respect. Take care. Big up Karma Police. Big up Hermans. Big up the California gang. I will see you in August, my friend. I'm really looking forward to it. Big up Anthony, who subscribed. George says, I effing love jungle, man. Me too. The Manny Zorg says, beats the code too. Yeah, man. You know, Sophie, right? You know. Okay, we're gonna switch up the tempo. Last few ones for myself. Big tune this one, man. Let's do this.
blood be the first to set it off, set it off.
Right, last few from myself. And absolutely, I'm going to get some Dom and Roland in for the next episode. Right, this track is called Head Trip off my debut album featuring Philosophy.
I'm taking care of my own and I'm redefining my roles. The end game is feeling my whole. Pulse been blocked for so long, but now in my way. Hardship gets lost in its wake. Injecting love in my veins. Now I'm here to spread vibes up in this place. Cause if you feel like breaking, I can relate. Those overpowering thoughts are hard to erase.
Not far off, George. I think they're in the same key. Wait, I'd have to work it out. Close. They can be mixed together, yeah.
Red eyes cause I'm lean, reflecting on things that I don't wanna see. Cause I know what it's like to lose all your focus and stop chasing your dreams. I worked myself into bad states, trying to make my mark in the scene. And it felt like I would never make a breakthrough. But there's so many more than me. Learn empathy, nothing in life's just meant to be. To watch all the heads that fake the love and pretend to be. They're just battling mentally, cause self-esteem could be the hardest to master. These wins are these blasters. If you care about the human race, give your bad goals to the...
Yes, Psychedelics.
Hey, ghetto blasting my...
It was just said.
Letting music be the influence.
My first festival I'm playing in is in 2 weeks with Hugh Hardy.
Assess the game and then make shit.
Who's currently touring the United States right now. I hope he's smashing it, man. That guy is so incredibly underrated in every single way. An amazing person too.
I can't even try to describe. I'm taking care of my own and I'm redefining my roles.
Jar Headpiece Banger says, thanks mate, you pick your favourite please. I love Led Zeppelin.
It's been blocked for so long, but now in my way.
I think my favourite ever artist. I'll have to come back to you on that one, man. There's quite a few.
Now I'm here to spread vibes up in this place.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for your love and all your support. I'm going to play a couple more tunes. Of course, I normally say I'm going to play one more, but you know what? I'm so sick and tired of lying to you guys because you know I'm going to play 2 more. And they're just like, why do you say I'm going to play one more tune? So I'm just like, shut up, Degs. But anyway, this track is forthcoming on Beat Space Life, which is Sigma's label, and they actually produced it as well. And it's by the legendary Dynamite MC, one of my heroes, again, someone that I really love and respect. This is a bit of a summertime flavour right now, and I expect to be hearing this at all the festivals because it's sick. Dyna is still killing it after years of just being a legend and paving the way for idiots like me to come and get drunk on camera. So we just all have to thank Dynamite because otherwise you wouldn't be here listening to me going, fucking hell, Degs, I'm waffling on and on. But anyway, Dynamite MC, meet in the middle. And I'm going to play one more after this. Again, I can't read that, but it says 5 hours, huh? Oh, I see. Zeppelin by Dom and Roland. I know the tune. Yes, of course, man. I can get that in the next podcast. No problem. Leanne, Anthony says, goodbye, Degs. See you on August. Well, I'll see you there, my friend. Take care. Big up G-Raft.
I was always late. Out of sync.
Brian says, rename the show to Drinkies with Degs. That's a great idea. George is like, no.
Meet in the middle. You light up, we turn up a little. You light up, we burn up a little. Meet in the middle. You light up, we burn up a little. You light up, we burn up a little. Meet in the middle.
Oh, right, 5 hours the time zone. Wow. Well, I hope I can visit your beautiful country at some point. Big up, Nate. So the next podcast is on the 4th of July, I believe. Is it the 4th of July, George? 4th of July, I think it is. Which, of course, is Independence Day for those pesky Americans. I think. I'm not sure. So yeah, like I said, the next podcast will be in 2 weeks' time, whenever that date is. We're just trying to work it out now. How do we not know when 2 weeks' time is? Huh? Oh, it's the 28th. No. That's when we're recording it. This is how professional we are, me and George. It is the 5th. So it's going to be the 5th of July, which is the day after. Which is when we are going to be at Hospitality on the beach. I don't know if any of you guys are coming. I imagine the Americans will be celebrating when you got your independence from us pesky Brits. And I think you're going to have like a big hangover the next day. But you know what? I'll be honest. If it meant you could get away from the king and queen, I think I might have to just move to America because, you know, I think the Americans in 1776, I think they had a point. They dumped all the tea in the sea or so. I don't really know what the history is. All I know is that they got away from the king, and why wouldn't you, George? Why? Unless, of course, we're talking about the real King George. And one more time, give it up for King George. You're an absolute legend, my friend. Ledger. Yes, you are a counting tool. So yeah, we actually come into the very, very last tune. Big up Brooks from Washington State. Big up all my Americans in the chat. You know, I love having banter with you guys. You guys are awesome. And genuinely, I absolutely love coming over to your country because it's a mental place compared to the UK for different reasons. I mean, I think we've got the drinking on lock here, but I think you have everything else on lock in America. But I'm really looking forward to coming back out in August and September to come and see you guys. Jaron95 says the Hospital History Podcast with Degs. Yeah, my history knowledge of the American Revolution is not that good. All I know is that the British lost and Dave from down the pub is still salty about it. He's like, I'm pesky Americans, you know what I mean? But sorry from Dave from down the pub, my bad. Pneumatics, you've missed all of this, man. You've missed my history lesson, which... I don't know. Do you guys feel like you've learned anything from me? The 4th of the 7th, 2023. I can't read your name, but he says my girlfriend's birthday. So I want to big up your girlfriend on her birthday. Brooke said, all you need to know is that you had a tea party. Yeah, you dumped the tea in the sea. Said, see you later, King George. Not this King George, the dickhead King George. And yeah, you did the right thing. Anyway, right, before people leave... I'm going to play one more tune. It's not D&B. Obviously, I've been playing the original of this like during my sets for the last few years since we released it. It is Levitate Your Mind with my good friend Unglued, but this is a slight different flip. It's the Kikuyu Soul version. I'm going to leave you on this. To the listeners of the 482nd episode of the Possible Podcast, I'm tripping myself up as always. I really, really appreciate your support. We will see you again on the 5th of July. On the 19th of July, we will be back live. And of course, feel free to keep suggesting who you want to see as guests, and we'll see if we can make it happen. But yeah, I love you guys with all my heart and soul, and I hope you enjoy this.
Peace on my mind, I'm exploring worlds, and we're sailing in the sun as the waves they come. Bodies moving, shaking. Pouring drinks, there's no containing. Yeah, this setting is amazing, eh? And later when the light is fading, we move into the night like the glisten in our eyes. Yeah, ooh. As I stand here, I feel purpose, no longer caught between the lines. Find smiles in this resurgence. Now my days, they redefine. There's order out of chaos. It was dark, but now it shines. My team, I'm burning down for the fragrance. Whatever levitates our minds. Whatever levitates our minds. of daydreams on this open sea. This is the life for me. Finally we've ditched the cold. We're out the frozen hole, warming our arteries. The seasons have their own effect, but patience leaves us all in check. And I'm high, stare at the blueless sky. As I stand here I feel purpose, no longer caught between the lines. Find smiles in this resurgence, now my days, they redefine. There's order out of chaos, it was dark, but now it shines. My team, they're burning down for the fragrance, whatever levitates our minds. Whatever levitates our minds, yeah. Whatever levitates, my team, they're burning down for the fragrance, whatever levitates.
Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate all of the comments as well, man. That really does mean a lot. So for anyone that doesn't know, that is Levitate Your Mind by myself and Unglued, and that is the Kikuyu Soul version. You know what? I'm going to play one more. George is like, for God's sake, I want to go home. But I'll buy you a beer on the way home, George. Actually, no, you're driving. Wow. We could just get the train or something. Should I just drag George to the pub? Big up Andy Garcia, big up Anthony, big up Brooks, big up Matthew Skullblood, who says, Degzinator, what is up? I'm playing my last tune, my friend. This track is, I hope you guys know this, but it is Colour My Soul. And, you know, just like the last version, it is a flip by Kikuyu Soul, which is myself and my little brother, Murayuki. And yeah, hope you guys like this. This is genuinely my last tune. George is like, no, it's not. But no, it is. But yeah, can we just, again, make some noise for King George, who puts up with a lot on this podcast. He is an absolute legend. And yeah, this is the last tune. It's a flip of Colour My Soul, and it's out now, so let's go.
Soul, don't leave me hanging.
We got Katerina Eldorado. He's a married man.
Colour my soul.
We got the Northern Irish gang, man.
Don't leave me.
Yes, you will meet George.
This life's worth having. Yeah. Contemplating what I feel this lockdown really means. How to colour all our souls in more than shades of green. Lost the wage but stay creative in this quarantine. Appreciating things before I'd overlook, not overseen. And expanding interest in these newer fields of thought. Staying resolute, adapting, keeping my feet upon the floor. But I'd be lying if I said I never really felt the scorn of a world that's lost its empathy. Whilst families have to mourn, but on the whole, I saw a different kind of strength for people. Togetherness, it ain't the prologue, needs to be the sequel. It's amazing how you think when you're broke. The reset in the minds, the empathy for the foe. Told you about times I thought about going wrong. I nearly did cause I felt so out my zone. But I just want you there when I'm coming home. Colour my soul. Don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me hanging. Colour my soul. Don't leave me hanging. This life's worth having. Colour my soul. Let's make some changes. Hey. Colour my soul. Turning new pages. Colour souls, colour hearts, colour everything. Colour all the shades of grey that people are try burying. Celebrate our differences, don't separate our melanin. Try breathing life into your skeleton. It's time to squat up like a peloton. Unity and strength, we never settle for these lows. We only try and reach high echelons and metaphors for open doors. We're manifesting everything. Cause mindset is the means to keep ahead of them. To keep the hate, we keep developing. Learning from the ills of the past, not letting silence be so deafening. Including having conferences on topics that are hard. Communication's key to find connections in our hearts, and that's important. We're unique individuals, but finding common purpose is the ritual. Yeah. We're unique individuals, but finding common purpose is the... Hey. operated short of the fine line. Let's not remember the good like it was one time. Peace became war on the front line. But I feel if we just grit our teeth and work, we'll finally get the things that humans all deserve. Colour my soul. Don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me hanging. Colour my soul. Don't leave me hanging. This life's worth having. Colour my soul. Let's make some changes. Hey. Colour my soul. Turning new pages.
Thank you guys so much. From Canada to Austria to London to the United States to Russia to Ukraine, all around the world. I love you guys so much. I really appreciate your support. Stay safe, be good to each other. And yeah, keep it drum and bass. We'll see you on the 5th of July. Much love.